Watching your salt is a good idea, but it's only one source of sodium. This steak sauce has 275 milligrams per serving. This coating mix has 590. Now, Mrs. Dash takes out the salt. Introducing Mrs. Dash steak sauce with a tangy, natural taste of herbs and spices. Sizzling, savory, with no added salt. And for chicken, there's new Mrs. Dash crispy coating mix. Crispy, juicy, and salt-free. Mrs. Dash, flavor so good you won't miss salt.
Presenting 14 savory flavors to shake your craving for salt. Mrs. Dash, 14 herbs and spices so vegetables snap, chicken sizzles. No bitter taste of salt substitutes. Mrs. Dash, instead of salt. Presenting 14 savory flavors to shake your craving for salt. Mrs. Dash, 14 herbs and spices so vegetables snap, chicken sizzles. No bitter taste of salt substitutes. Mrs. Dash, instead of salt.
Many people need to cut down on salt for better health.
Instead of salt, use great-tasting Mrs. Dash with 14 natural herbs and spices. Use Mrs. Dash on every dish for zesty, savory flavor. For better health, instead of salt, try Mrs. Dash.
Are you cooking healthy? Salt-free. I love Mrs. Dash. Shaking on the flavors, zesty, healthy. I love Mrs. Dash.
Mrs. Dash, 14 herbs and spices for healthier flavor instead of salt.
Your heart will thank you.
Cooking healthy, salt-free. I love Mrs. Dash. Shaking on the flavors, zesty, healthy. I love Mrs. Dash.
Now Mrs. Dash introduces garlic and herb for healthier flavor instead of salt.
Your heart will thank you.
Only good, healthy things grow in Mrs. Dash's garden. And from this garden, Mrs. Dash has created a delicious, salt-free blend of 14 herbs and spices that give food a livelier, zestier flavor. The most ordinary things become extraordinary. You're not only eating healthier, you're eating better-tasting foods. Because Mrs. Dash brings you a garden of flavors. 6 varieties in all, instead of salt.
Only good, healthy things grow in Mrs. Dash's garden, where Mrs. Dash has created a salt-free blend of 14 herbs and spices that give food a livelier, zestier flavor. Mrs. Dash, a garden of flavors in 6 varieties instead of salt.
Do it better with Mrs. Dash. Do it better with Dash. Mrs. Dash. Do it hot, do it cold, do it spicy, do it bold. Do it better with Dash.
It's the sassy Mrs. Dash blend of 14 herbs and spices that makes flavor bigger, bolder, better. Mrs. Dash, good for food, good for you.
Do it healthy, do it light, do it smart, do it tonight. Do it better with Dash. Yeah, Mrs. Dash.
What do we fix for dinner? How about chicken and pasta with Mrs. Dash? There's no other blend like it. Shake it on, add chopped tomatoes and olives. When the pasta's done, so are you.
Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. Great taste in a dash.
What do we fix for dinner? Chicken or pasta? How about both with Mrs. Dash? Take boneless chicken pieces and saute them with plenty of Mrs. Dash garlic and herb. There's no other blend like it. You can actually see those 100% natural herbs and spices. Add some chopped tomatoes and olives. When the pasta's done, so are you. That's Mrs. Dash, chicken and pasta.
Mrs. Dash. Great taste in a dash. Call for recipes.
Introducing the new Peak Flavor Harvested Blend of tomato, basil, and garlic from Mrs. Dash. It's 100% flavor. Here's a delicious new meal idea from Mrs. Dash. Sauté chicken and fresh broccoli in olive oil. Add broth and 2 capfuls Mrs. Dash tomato, basil, garlic. Toss with penne pasta and sprinkle with Parmesan cheese.
You can't miss the Peak Flavor blend of tomato, basil, and garlic in Mrs. Dash. To create a delicious meal, sauté chicken and broccoli in olive oil. Add broth and 2 capfuls of Mrs. Dash tomato, basil, garlic. Toss with pasta and sprinkle with Parmesan cheese. There's a Mrs. Dash blend for every taste.
Women fighter pilots, women boxers. Now there's even grilling blends from a woman. Mrs. Dash. And they're salt-free. Chicken, mesquite, steak. Yeah, now everything I grill tastes incredible. Wow. But I'll tell you this, no woman's taking the remote away from me.
Discover new grilling blends from Mrs. Dash. Behind every great griller, there's a woman.
What's cooking? How about chicken Mrs. Dash style? I coat chicken breasts in a mixture of Parmesan cheese, breadcrumbs, and Mrs. Dash original blend. Sauté in olive oil, add fresh lemon juice, and serve over pasta. Mrs. Dash can season any dish without any salt. Onion, pepper, parsley, basil. Mrs. Dash is a garden of herbs and spices. And with 9 flavors, you can shake up dinner every night. Why salt when you can season with Mrs. Dash?
Every one of the 12 varieties of Mrs. Dash seasoning blends has 14 natural herbs and spices, so now you can add bold flavor to any dish. And since Mrs. Dash has always been salt-free with no MSG, you can create great-tasting, healthy meals that are full of only one thing: mouth-watering flavor. Mrs. Dash, salt-free, flavorful.
Add a capful of Mrs. Dash and watch your dinner move. 14 natural herbs and spices, no salt, no MSG. It's a deliciously bold way to give the same old a good shake. Mrs. Dash. And try the 10-minute marinades from Mrs. Dash. Salt-free, flavorful.
Everything that goes into each of the 13 different varieties of Mrs. Dash, all those natural herbs and spices, is just as important as what doesn't. No salt, no MSG. Everything that goes into Mrs. Dash is there to make sure that what you get out is nothing short of delicious. Mrs. Dash, salt-free, flavorful. And try the 10-minute marinades from Mrs. Dash.
Free the flavor, skip the salt. All natural Mrs. Dash makes sweet potato fries come alive with a tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices. Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement. Visit Mrs. Dash on Facebook for free sample packets and recipes. Free the flavor, skip the salt. All natural Mrs. Dash makes eggs more exciting with a tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices. Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement. Visit Mrs. Dash on Facebook for free sample packets and recipes. Free the flavor, skip the salt. With a tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices, Mrs. Dash takes pasta and chicken to a whole new level of fabulous. Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement. Visit Mrs. Dash on Facebook for free sample packets and recipes. Free the flavor, skip the salt. All natural Mrs. Dash livens up potato salad with a tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices. Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement. Visit Mrs. Dash on Facebook for free sample packets and recipes. Free the flavor, skip the salt. With a tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices, all natural Mrs. Dash makes an easy Mexican dip memorable. Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement. Visit Mrs. Dash on Facebook for free sample packets and recipes.
Now here's your local access.
Locally sponsored by Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement.
Want to add a bold seasoning statement to your favorite recipes? Reach for all natural Mrs. Dash. A tasty blend of 14 herbs and spices, Mrs. Dash brings surprisingly delicious salt-free flavor to any dish. Every Mrs. Dash variety is an all-natural blend of herbs and spices with absolutely no salt or MSG and 0 calories per serving. Mrs. Dash seasoning blends are available in 14 varieties, including lemon pepper, fiesta lime, southwest chipotle, and just in time for barbecue season, delicious grilling blends for burgers, steak, and chicken. Discover 30 days of fabulous Mrs. Dash recipe ideas when you visit us on Facebook. Like Mrs. Dash to receive free sample packets. Free the flavor, skip the salt with Mrs. Dash, the salt-free flavor statement.
Hey, what's shaking?
Welcome, friend.
Where am I?
Relax. You're with your own kind now.
Relax. This is the end of the line, and it's all her fault.
Just look at her, taking a stand on salt, flaunting all that flavor.
Everybody just loves her.
What a dish.
We can't compete with that.
Is all hope lost then?
Yeah.
Yes!
Reach the salt for Mrs. Dash. 15 vibrant varieties, all salt-free, all flavorful.